Friends, some startling information regarding Season 13 of Oak Island has just surfaced, and I promise that after hearing these things, your head will be spinning. The crew as a whole has been disturbed by the material that was revealed this time. Something has been discovered that has the power to permanently alter history, not simply gold or treasure. Sources claim that the authorities took over various areas of the site and locked it overnight. Why? Nobody has a firm understanding of this yet. However, people who were working inside have reported seeing something that was not visible on CCTV. Imagine having a secret so important that not even the Discovery Channel staff speaks about it. It's likely that the hints Rick and Marty Laganina were pursuing in Season 13 lead to a hidden room, and according to leaked claims, a relic that is in the sites of the Vatican, the Church, and powerful nations has emerged from there. This might be the truth of a power that has been concealed for ages, in addition to being a treasure. Friends, follow this video through to the finish if you want to know what was discovered in Season 13 of Oak Island that rocked the world. To ensure you don't miss any updates, please click the bell icon, like and subscribe buttons if you're interested in the mystery and reality of Oak Island. For decades, tales about the largest treasure in the world have revolved around Oak Island, a tiny, enigmatic location in Nova Scotia, Canada. From the outside, this island appears to be just another island. However, because of the mysteries that lie beneath it, it is a popular destination for historians and adventurers from around the globe. It is told that hundreds of years ago, a treasure that was not only made of gold and silver, but also had the potential to alter history, was concealed here. For this reason, numerous search expeditions have been carried out in relation to it up to this point. However, before the wealth is discovered, an odd incident always occurs. First identified in 1795, Oak Island's Money Pit is its most notable feature. The tale goes that three boys discovered an odd spherical spot on the ground as they were wandering around this island. As they dug deeper, they discovered wood layers spaced 10 feet apart. It seems to have been purposefully set up as a trap. The excavation had to be halted as the water unexpectedly flooded the area. With numerous hints discovered thus far, this money pit is regarded as Oak Island's most enigmatic location. However, the true gem has yet to be discovered. On this island, there is another enigmatic building known as Nolan's Cross, made of 5 huge stones. It is formed like a cross and has a complex design that suggests some ancient mysteries. Many historians think it might have something to do with old secret societies like the Knights Templar. In addition, several artifacts, including ancient coins, swords, and enigmatic markings, have been discovered across Oak Island, indicating that something significant and unique was previously concealed here. Over the past few decades, Oak Island has seen multiple excavations. The crew of Rick and Marty Laganina thoroughly investigated this location and unearthed numerous new secrets in the television series The Curse of Oak Island. Thus far, they have discovered numerous odd items, fragments of antique weapons, and a lead cross. However, the true gem has yet to be discovered. For this reason, the Oak Island story remains unfinished, and the hope that perhaps this time the truth will be exposed grows with each new season. Recap of Season 12 and New Hopes. The audience found Season 12 of Oak Island to be quite thrilling. This season, Rick and Marty Laganina's team dug out a lot of new locations and discovered previously undiscovered hints. The team discovered odd stones and ancient carved wooden pieces in the excavation area close to the garden hole, indicating that extensive building had been done here hundreds of years ago. A thorough excavation was also conducted in the Money Pit area during this period, and there were indications of a unique type of sealed construction, as well as some ancient metals. The team was certain that they had solved a major mystery after seeing this. A tiny clue discovered in the garden shaft was the most talked about topic in Season 12. The cross was an ancient lead one with odd patterns. This cross may have belonged to the Templar Knights, according to historians. Following this finding, the team's focus shifted to Oak Island's religious and historical significance. They also discovered some old maps and documents that showed evidence of a large underground room beneath Oak Island. The audience and the squad were both going to have higher expectations as a result of all these factors. At the end of Season 12, there was yet another significant twist. The machinery abruptly stopped working during the dig, and odd noises began to emanate from the subterranean space. Some team members thought that the air pressure was shifting, or that a secret passage was going to reveal itself. The show's final episode ended on a major cliffhanger because of how much the suspense had escalated. As a result, viewers became increasingly impatient and began to speculate about what might be revealed in Season 13. Season 13 begins. Mysterious occurrences. The atmosphere was entirely different as soon as Season 13 began. The audience became aware that the stakes are higher than ever in the first episode. Strange things begin to happen as soon as the team begins excavating on Oak Island. In the new location, the crew first employed a metal detector. But all of a sudden, the machines began acting strangely. These devices would occasionally begin beeping loudly and then abruptly stop. Gary Drayton assumed that the location was impacted by some sort of magnetic energy, while Rick believed it was a technological issue. Other unexplained events occurred throughout the excavation. The crew was working on the site one evening when they heard faint noises coming from the depths. The team members were taken aback by these unusual noises. Some speculated that sounds might be echoes from a confined compartment, while others assumed they were coming from beneath the ocean. Marty ordered that the work be stopped right away, and that special equipment be ordered to scan that area. The odd thing, though, was that the apparatus displayed odd patterns and unidentified signals on the screen instead of any typical data. In addition, there was another odd event that occurred during the excavation. There seemed to be some activity below, according to a worker in the garden shaft. At first, everyone assumed it was his exhaustion. However, the team thought that perhaps something really significant was concealed there when other employees expressed the same sentiment. After learning this, Rick and Marty made the decision to learn more. The team's looks in the first episodes showed both enthusiasm and dread to the public. The crowd shuddered at Gary's look as he discovered an ancient iron piece and odd engraved stones. These were unmistakable signs that the Oak Island enigma was going to be unraveled. When something unexpectedly emerged, sparkling in the cameras during the dig, it was the most startling moment of all. Even though the video was grainy, it was obvious that there was something large and enigmatic lying there. Marty halted shooting right away and gave the order to remove the squad. The audience was compelled by this experience to consider what is beneath Oak Island that is concealed from view. This time, the issue is not simply about riches, as was made evident at the start of Season 13. Something related to history is present here. Power and religion, each of the three. Because of this, each episode of this season feels more enigmatic and perilous than the one before it. Covert intervention by the government. The mood was growing more enigmatic as the dig of Season 13 on Oak Island went deeper. The audience believed that this time they would likely get to see the true treasure, and the team was working day and night. However, something unexpected occurred that startled everyone. When Rick and Marty arrived at the location one morning with their crew, they discovered that a large number of unidentified individuals had already arrived. These individuals appeared to be government operatives rather than regular employees. They had certain documents and sophisticated technology that made it obvious that this was not your typical investigation. He responded to the team members' questions in a very formal and evasive manner. The camera crew was told to record everything by Marty. However, an agent then stepped up and gave the order to switch off the camera. This caught Rick and the Discovery team off guard. For the first time, there was an overt attempt to halt the show's filming. Some locations were cordoned off by agents who made it impossible for anyone to enter. The team was informed that the dig would need to be halted temporarily for security reasons, but no one was given the true explanation. The most suspect aspect was this. Rick repeatedly questioned why this had now caught the attention of the administration. However, he did not receive a definitive response. It appeared at the time that the government was trying to conceal something from the public. Rumors gradually began to circulate that Oak Island had a secret that goes beyond a simple treasure and is connected to a larger mystery. Some even began to speculate that this issue might have something to do with national security. Now more than ever, the Discovery crew realized the gravity of the situation. The show's atmosphere was totally altered after this incident, and everyone was wondering, what does the government want to hide? In the new secret chamber, Rick and Marty persisted in their efforts in spite of government intervention. Once they had some freedom, they went back to excavating. This time, They gave the region close to the garden shaft their whole attention. In Season 12, they discovered enigmatic hints and odd noises in this same location. The team discovered some odd signs beneath the ground in the first few days of the dig. When Gary Drayton used a metal detector to search the region, he discovered a big metal object deep underground, but it wasn't just any metal. The machine's data suggested that it might be a component of a sizable chamber or building, so the team delved further and began discovering odd stone and wood constructions. As they reached down, Rick felt certain that something significant was concealed here after observing this. Eventually, a short path leading to a locked chamber was discovered during the excavation. Nobody was able to enter because this path was so narrow. Marty made the decision to send a camera inside first. A specialized drone camera was set up by the team and sent slowly down that route. Everyone's breath stopped when they saw the scene on the display as soon as the camera entered. At first, the screen was completely dark. However, as the camera advanced, a few gleaming objects began to emerge. Abruptly, an ancient sign and odd marks appeared on a wall. These symbols were identical to those found on the Lead Cross and Nolan's Cross. After exchanging glances, Rick and Marty realized that this location might be connected to a significant historical event. The big surprise, though, was when the camera panned farther. There was a big metal container, sealed. Its surface was covered with odd engravings and symbols that appeared to be quite old. Abruptly, the camera feed was interrupted, and the signals on the monitor began to get jumbled. Everyone there at the moment was in a state of shock. Marty gave the crew the command to go right away. According to Rick, the hunt for wealth is no longer the only goal. It may also involve uncovering a long-kept secret. This footage completely altered the mood. The finding team realized that everything in this chamber had the power to permanently alter global perceptions. Both the audience and the crew had further in-depth inquiries following this incident. Is there gold and silver treasure in this room? Or is there a secret that the government and powerful people wish to keep hidden? The greatest suspense in history was the excavation of Oak Island, which was no longer merely a display. Following release of the camera footage from Oak Island's new secret chamber, what was discovered within leaked reports, there was a great deal of conversation around. However, Discovery Channel did not fully release this video. In spite of this, some leaked material went viral online and caused a commotion globally. These smuggled reports said that in addition to treasure, there was something else in that chamber that appeared to be extremely hazardous and enigmatic. Let's start by discussing the treasure. According to the leak, the room contained a sizable quantity of gold and silver coins. These gold bricks and coins had odd engravings and symbols that gave them an ancient appearance. This treasure was not your typical find. However, it appeared like it was protected for a specific reason. In addition, there were some priceless jewels and jewelry that might have been from earlier civilizations. However, when it was revealed in the leaked reports that a sealed container with a completely different structure had also been discovered there, the true sensation began to spread. This container had enigmatic symbols carved on its surface and was composed of a unique metal. According to some analysts, these symbols might have anything to do with the Knights Templar or some other covert religious group. The leak even claimed that when this container was touched, the surrounding temperature abruptly altered and that an odd sound was produced, as though it contained power or energy. This news caused individuals to reflect. Many people think that this container might be a potent ancient artifact, in addition to being a treasure. According to some, it might be an item that has the power to alter religion and history. Numerous theories became viral on social media and Reddit. Some claimed it might be an old weapon, while others referred to it as alien technology. The enigma surrounding Oak Island was further complicated by these disclosed details. If all of this is accurate, this discovery will surpass all previous discoveries in the world's history and not only be the subject of a television program. The question that now emerges is, why is this fact being kept secret? And why is it attracting so much attention from the government and some influential groups, Church and Vatican viewpoint? The mystery behind Oak Island's discovery has never been resolved, but now that the Vatican and Church identities have been revealed to the fore, the situation has taken on much greater gravity. Many historians immediately connected the Knights Templar to the issue of containers and religious symbols discovered in the secret chamber. It is believed that centuries ago, the Knights Templar, a covert religious order, concealed several priceless items and enigmatic items all across the world. Throughout history, Oak Island has been inadvertently associated with the Vatican. The Templar Knights are thought to have served the Church, and some of the enigmatic treasures they seized were quite potent and hazardous. These items were more than just gold or jewelry. They had religious significance and had the potential to influence global power and religion. Many individuals claim that the symbols inscribed on the chamber's walls and the cross discovered in Season 13 alluded to an ancient church mystery. Following the release of this information, a surprising influx of new residents began to materialize on Oak Island. Some people were observing the excavation from a distance, and the show's crew observed that they were acting quite professionally. According to certain journalists and social media, these individuals might be Vatican covert agents. A dedicated staff from the Vatican has traditionally traveled the world to protect holy items and keep them out of the hands of the general population. This group never makes public statements. However, their name is linked to such enigmatic objects wherever they are discovered. Additionally, Rick and Marty's team observed that their excavation was abruptly halted in several locations without explanation as soon as the chamber's discovery was made public. The fact that several government representatives and unidentified others were observed entering and leaving the location in private raised suspicions. It was an obvious sign that the issue is now connected to a significant theological and political conundrum, rather than being only a treasure hunt. The question now is whether the Vatican will continue to conceal an artifact that is crucial to religion and power, if it is indeed located beneath Oak Island. Will history be permanently altered if this truth is revealed to the world? Season 13 is even more thrilling and perilous because of this suspense, public response, and social media. As soon as the video and news were leaked, the internet was inundated with social media highlights from Season 13 of Oak Island. This enigma became the subject of open discussion on YouTube, Reddit, and Twitter. On Twitter, hashtags like Secret Chamber and Oak Island Mystery were popular. This revelation sparked thousands of people to share their theories. According to others, this treasure is more than simply gold and silver. It is the long-kept secret of an ancient society. On Reddit, the conversations got much more in-depth. There, by posting ancient maps, documents, and images of the show, many users attempted to demonstrate what might be beneath Oak Island. Some even asserted that they had seen documents that were leaked from official websites, demonstrating that the government is monitoring this area. At the same time, a large number of YouTube creators produced videos in which they discussed their theories. Some claimed that this revelation may revolutionize the world, while others accused the Vatican of conspiring. On social media, memes also become very popular. If Rick and Marty were unable to locate the treasure, people began to joke that at least they had discovered the meme treasure. However, there were also a lot of serious voices among the humor. Supporters demanded over and over again that Discovery Channel tell the truth. The public exerts so much pressure that the official page's comment box was frequently overflowing. People began to say that trust in the government and this show would be destroyed if the truth was not revealed. Tension on the team. The situation within the Oak Island team was getting worse, even as there was a commotion on social media outside. This time, Rick and Marty, who usually stood together, began to quarrel. No matter what, Rick thought, they should keep excavating and document everything. Marty countered that working against the government can be risky, and that the situation has now gotten quite serious. Other team members were also impacted by this. Some began to publicly show signs of fear. They claimed that this is now a secret that might endanger their lives, rather than merely being a TV program. A few even made the decision to quit the excavation. At the same time, some people began to shy away from speaking in front of the camera out of concern that their words would end up in the wrong hands. This time, too, Gary Drayton, who normally kept the mood light with jokes and excitement, said nothing. His silence made it obvious that he was either extremely angry or concealing something significant. The team's mood had gotten so tense that the excavation activity had repeatedly halted in the middle. Season 13's most significant twist. The excavation was abruptly stopped one night, which was the true shock of Season 13. All of this occurred so swiftly that nobody could comprehend what was going on. The team saw that there were a lot of new persons at the location when they arrived. These folks had legal documents and were all dressed in black. When Rick and Marty attempted to speak with them, they made it apparent that more research was not possible. Additionally, Discovery Channel was given a formal directive to cease filming. Marty did not receive a definitive response when he inquired about the rationale for this order. It was simply said that national security is now involved in this issue. Following this, the team was dismissed from the location and strict security measures were put in place. The crowd found this scenario to be extremely disturbing. The only image captured by the camera was that the team members were leaving in cars, and their expressions were displaying a mix of fury and terror. Discovery Channel also said nothing after that. The fans were even more incensed when they failed to issue an official statement. Online rumors began to circulate that the show is being impacted by a significant legal case. According to some, the government has prevented the truth from being discovered. Additionally, some people thought that whatever was discovered in the chamber was so hazardous that it could cause a great deal of chaos if it were made public. Following this tragedy, Oak Island's riddle grew even more complex. The audience had to consider the team's reason for stopping. Is treasure the only consideration, or is there some truth to it that was deemed important to keep forever hidden from the public? Everyone was anxiously awaiting the next episode because this question turned into the biggest cliffhanger of Season 13. The tension in the leaked video. The viewers' uneasiness had escalated after the excavation was abruptly halted in Season 13 of Oak Island. The mystery was heightened by the Discovery Channel's silence. Then all of a sudden, a few short video snippets began to go popular online. These films went viral on social media, spreading like wildfire. These videos became widely shared on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. These movies showed a tiny, gloomy room. The room's walls were inscribed with ancient markings and strange decorations. What was maintained in the center of the room, however, was the most startling. There was an enigmatic device that was releasing blue and golden light. The footage made it very evident that the object's glow intensifies as the camera approaches it. Those who witnessed this scene were in a state of shock since it was so bizarre. Some of the clips also gave the impression that the object was making a faint sound, as though it contained some power or energy. It didn't appear to be your typical gold and silver treasure. On Reddit, users began to analyze the movie by zooming in on each frame and writing numerous threads. Some said that this object might be a unique artifact from ancient civilization, while others suggested that it has anything to do with otherworldly forces. The most talked about topic was the creation of this video. Although the show's crew denied any involvement, viewers thought that one of them had surreptitiously leaked the video. This made it more difficult to determine whether Oak Island was the site of treasure discovery, or if there was a secret being kept from the public. Fan conjectures and theories. Fans began formulating their own theories after viewing these leaked recordings. All of this is just gold and treasure, according to the first and most basic theory. Many claimed that the video's gleam was caused by gold and priceless stones. They thought that by progressively unveiling this gem, Discovery Channel hoped to raise the show's TRP. The second notion was intriguing and a little different. There are many who think it might be some extraterrestrial technology. They said that the object's peculiar sounds and light emissions made it impossible for it to be a common occurrence in any ancient society. One Reddit user even suggested that Oak Island might conceal an ancient extraterrestrial spacecraft. Despite its oddity, a lot of individuals held this hypothesis to be true. The third and most startling notion was that this chamber contains a secret that has the power to permanently alter world history. Some individuals think that there might be records or relics there that demonstrate the historical accounts we have been given are not entirely accurate. This might be a component of a plot by a powerful entity or group. The audience's curiosity was piqued by each of these possibilities. Everyone was curious about the truth. Is it simply a secret that has been kept concealed for so long, a treasure, or an alien mystery? The mystery was heightened by Discovery Channel's silence, which increased viewers' anticipation for the upcoming show. Official silence and a government statement. The mood has radically changed once the team was ejected and the excavation of Oak Island abruptly stopped. Social media was ablaze, and everyone was curious about what was inside. A news conference was eventually arranged by the government in response to the mounting pressure. This was a brief and enigmatic press conference. A few government representatives appeared on stage, but it was obvious from their expressions that they were not in the right frame of mind to be completely honest. Some sensitive archaeological objects have been found during the excavation on Oak Island, and the excavation has been temporarily stopped to keep them safe, they explained in extremely formal and everyday terms. He avoided providing a direct response when pressed for more details, stating that as this issue pertains to national security, more details are not yet available. The people was even more incensed by this statement. People believed that the administration was purposefully attempting to bury the mystery and conceal the truth. On social media, the rage grew even more. Through comments and tweets, fans urged the government and Discovery Channel to provide answers. Many even asserted that it would be a betrayal of world history to withhold the truth. Additionally, Discovery Channel has not yet released an official statement. Their silence added suspicion to the situation. The mystery grew deeper, and the audience was left with only conjecture. Big summary and future hint. A quick and thrilling montage of the entire season was shown as soon as season 13 concluded. It featured snippets of every significant event from start to finish. The excavation's start, the garden shaft's discovery, the enigmatic chamber's discovery, the leaked video, the government agent's arrival, and the team's startling departure. The audience was unable to leave their seats after witnessing all of this. A strong line was heard toward the conclusion of the recap. The greatest secret about Oak Island is still a mystery. This is only the start. This single sentence made it very evident to the viewers that season 14, or a special episode with even more shocking disclosures, was on the horizon. Additionally, a brief teaser showing the enigmatic Oak Island chamber for a brief moment was displayed. The entire image was not displayed, only a dim light, odd symbols, and a peek of a hidden entrance. Because this teaser was so brief, the audience's interest was piqued even more. The voice of Rick Laganina reverberates near the end of the video. No matter who attempts to stop us, we will expose the truth about Oak Island. The screen then displays just one line, approaching shortly. Screen then turns black. The audience had to wait even longer because of this cliffhanger finish. Everyone is now thinking about the same question. Will the centuries-old mystery of Oak Island be fully unraveled in the upcoming season? Or will this reality be permanently repressed? This uncertainty adds to the story's intrigue and mystique. Friends, you surely have a lot of questions after seeing this full, enigmatic Oak Island Season 13 story. What's in that secret chamber, after all? Is it merely a gold and silver treasure, or is it a secret that has the power to permanently alter world history? The answer to this question, which is still plaguing people, will only be discovered in the near future. What do you believe can be concealed beneath Oak Island? Please let us know what you think by leaving a comment below. Is it only a secret of a large corporation, an alien enigma, or a treasure? Your ideas and hypotheses will add even more excitement to this conversation. Please remember to subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed this video and would like to learn the next great secrets of Oak Island first. To ensure that you are notified first of any updates or significant disclosures on Oak Island, please like the video and click the bell symbol. We're still working to uncover the whole truth about Oak Island, so stay tuned. We will reveal secrets that will astound you in the near future. I'll see you in the upcoming Not video.